Hi, Tracy Watanabe here, and I'm creating a sample of how to use the data and collaboration log. First off, if my team is not starting with the data piece, what I'm going to do is I am not going to use this first section, which is the blue section of the data. I'm going to scroll down and use the purple section for the collaboration piece, the follow-up pieces. I'll put in the date of our meeting, put in the date, and then I'm going to use the discussion topic of the month. Let's say that this month's topic is how does using Bloom's taxonomy and DOK, depth of knowledge, help with asking deeper questions? That's what needs to go in the discussion box. If you are K through 6, this is your topic. If you are 7th and 8th, you'll probably end up using this topic, although you might go with the circa topic. And if you are at the high school, if you talked about argumentative writing using circa, then that's your topic here. Otherwise, you can use this question. Each month, you'll probably have a different question based on our discussions at staff meetings or half days or professional developments. The idea is to have the ongoing discussion at our team levels, and that's why we have the discussion topic there. Now, with that being said, you also have to think about what your collaboration community plan goals were for you individually. So if your collaboration community goals are to focus on your team, then your discussion using this format would go like this. So if the topic is this guiding question, you can ask, did any of us use this with technology integration or differentiated instruction or 21st century learning? And if someone says, yes, they did, they put this question in the mindset or the opening question or a closure question. Maybe they collected it through Google Forms, or maybe they just put it on a presentation. However they used it, you can actually capture that in your notes here. So if it was talked about in class and they had it on a presentation, then maybe the differentiated instruction piece was when they had them talk about it, they did a think, pair, share, so that more students were engaged with the question at a time. So that's what they wrote down. For the follow-up meeting, this is what we're talking about right now though, following up on Bloom's taxonomy, what worked? What worked was asking it with a think, pair, share. Oops, I'm going to just switch the margins back over here on the left so it's easier to write. There we go. So you capture down that more students were engaged and they had a better discussion there. What needs to change? Maybe just time management. Maybe for creating the questions, for creating a quick presentation, and maybe for knowing how to manage the students in class with that think, pair, share, how to do that quickly. The celebrations you can record down. You can talk about whatever celebration. Maybe for the teacher it was just trying something new, taking a risk. The follow-up professional development might be the time management. Or for the what needs to change, what if you find out in this discussion that you didn't understand Bloom's as well as you did, or DOK as well as you could have, that you understand it in theory, but putting it into practice, you're having some things that you really want to talk through, and maybe your whole group, after talking through it, decide, you know what, we all need help with this. Those are some really valid questions, so you put that down right here. Next time you might decide to come with some Bloom's questions already written. You might decide on what unit, one that you're writing for in the future or one in the past, so that you can collect it and you as a group can connect and collaborate on that, bringing all your efforts forward. Or maybe you decide, hey, let's bring our next story or our next unit and let's design questions at our next meeting. And that's what you've decided to do, and you write down the resources and what you're going to do right in that box. So then you have written down your next steps, and then you can conclude with that. Now, one thing I do want to say is if your focus is not the team, maybe your focus is using a specific technology such as smartboards, then you could still incorporate that discussion. You would just add it to this box up here. And then you could still have the discussion about Bloom's taxonomy, but how you could use that with your smartboards. And then you can go into creating more for smartboards and follow that discussion here. If you go back to the guiding question.